Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. The animatronic characters here do get a bit quirky at night.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the video. Hopefully you're doing fantastic today, and welcome back to another add-on review. It's that time again where today we're reviewing the Five Nights at Freddy's 1 add-on made by Dany Fox. I've been watching the progress of this add-on for such a long time, playing the betas, which I don't usually do, but I was so excited to see that the full release of this add-on is now out. The link will be in the description down below if you want to go check it out for yourself, because this add-on is absolutely amazing. So if you guys are excited as I am, make sure you leave a like in the video and subscribe to the channel if you are brand new. But without further ado, let's get into today's review. So before we go ahead and actually check out the location, you can see in my inventory here I actually have a camera monitor, which actually allows us to check out cameras in Minecraft. So this add-on comes with a functioning camera system. So if we go ahead, oh goodness, if we go ahead and use the camera monitor, we could see we're actually using a camera in Minecraft, which is absolutely amazing. So here we can see the front show stage. Everyone seems to be in their proper places. Let's check around. No one seems to be anywhere. Oh goodness, there's a bit of glitching going on. We should be fine. So that's a great start. So it's good to know that no animatronics are going to be hunting us down while we do this add-on review, because that wouldn't be a good feeling at all. But before we actually get started reviewing any of the animatronics, we actually need to turn around here and go inside the hidden locker. I love doing that so much. And we need to check out the creator's own OC in this add-on, Foxy. And you can see he's got a cute little plushie. Look at that. It's just bouncing up and down. And the great thing about this is that you can actually honk its nose and it does this little jumping animation. That's amazing. I love that so much. It's such a cool detail to this add-on, especially that you can actually honk it and it does this little animation here, which I think is absolutely amazing. So the great thing about Foxy is that this time you can actually interact with him. So here we have the add-on creator, Foxy, right here, and you can see I actually have a speech bubble which allows us to talk to our good old friend here. So if we just right click long enough, there we go. Foxy, hi, I'm Foxy, what can I do for you? So we can ask for a lot of things, and this is going to be something we see a lot in this add-on, which is amazing. So we can ask for advice. Let's see. It is more difficult to be attacked by animatronics in open places. Yeah, well, we're in an enclosed environment, so I don't know how well that's gonna go for us. Use this command /summon. Okay, that's something we'll get to later on. Yep. Don't yawn at me. I might be boring you, but I'm sorry. This is your review. Moon rocks are poisonous. Yeah, probably, maybe, I don't know. But something cool as well is that we can actually take a photo with Dany Fox here. So if we go ahead and just slide into position here, there we go. We can now take a screenshot with our pal Foxy here, which I think is amazing little detail right there. So I guess it's time we actually move on to the animatronics themselves. You can actually see the cameras that I was talking about, and I'll go into detail on how these cameras work later. There's in fact an entire page dedicated to how this add-on works, but you can see all of the animatronics. We have Foxy here up in his Pirate's Cove, just standing there quite menacingly, if I'm going to be honest with you. And of course we have the main gang themselves, Freddy, Bonnie and Chica. I just went ahead and placed all of them up on show stage just so you can get a good look of them right now. We will be going into each one of them separately in detail right now. Let's start with the main man himself, Freddy Fazbear, up on stage. You can see he activates and you get his voice lines. Freddy here, he's already walking in the corner. Do you have to, mate? We want a good look at you, because I mean, look how awesome this guy looks. I mean, he is so incredibly detailed. A few videos ago we checked out a cartoony version of the FNAF 1 add-on, but this couldn't be any more realistic in game. It looks almost identical, apart from all the pixels. It looks almost identical to the in-game model. So Freddy Fazbear here has 200 health. His size is 2.8 blocks tall, so yeah, he's a big boy. I mean, look at him. I have to look up all the way just to get a good view at him. His speed is 0.07, which I assume that's 0.07 blocks per second, because I mean, you can see he's a chunky boy. He moves around quite slowly, but his damage is 40. So this guy, if he hits you, it's going to do a lot of damage, and I'm talking about Phil Swift levels of damage here. Now, probably my favorite feature about Freddy here is that you can actually honk his nose. So if you go ahead and right click on him or interact with him, you can see you actually honk Freddy's nose here, and his head just bobs up and down. He's like a bobblehead in just this gigantic scale. So you can go ahead and honk Freddy's nose, which I think is absolutely amazing. So once you eventually manage to take out Freddy, we're going to go ahead and check out his death animation. You can see he glitches out and he just collapses over like that. You can see his chest cavity opens up a little bit, and that's where you can see his endoskeleton, just like how you would in Help Wanted in the Parts and Service minigame. Now, he didn't drop drop a top hat, which is interesting. So Freddy actually drops this top hat. I don't know why it didn't there, but he drops this top hat right here, which you can actually interact with. So I go ahead and put on the top hat. I have waited so many add-on reviews for this moment. You know, every time we see a Freddy, I always say, I wish I had a top hat. And this is finally the day, ladies and gentlemen. I have managed to get a top hat in Minecraft. This is the best moment of my entire add-on review career. So let's go ahead and check out Freddy's test animations, because of course there are a ton of them to check out. This is also one of my favorite parts of all add-on reviews. So if we go ahead and see all of his animations here in a lot clearer view. So here we have Freddy running towards the office every time he laughs and the power goes out. Here we have a Freddy jump scare. Oh my goodness, that was very chaotic, I will say that. We have a secondary Freddy jump scare where he kind of just leans down there. Oh, and Freddy's gone. What was that, Freddy? I'm not sure what that was about. I think that is a more realistic jump scare, where if you were to be in survival and he jump scares you, we will check that out later on. Here we have Freddy activating, as he does when you spawn him down. And here we have his power down animation right here. I'm actually going to go ahead and fly so we can just get a better look at this. Here we have, oh goodness, I don't know what that was. It was like a glitch animation where he just like powered up or something with a bunch of glitches. Let's go ahead and see his next one. Here is his chest cavity opening wide up, so that way you can play parts and service in like you would in Help Wanted, which was a pretty fun minigame. I will say that I had a ton of fun repairing the animatronics in Help Wanted. And his hog. And you get the Boopish Schmoot right here, which I think is probably one of the best parts again. Here we have Freddy destroyed, like we saw earlier on, his death animation, where his chest cavity just pops open like that. And of course, we have the classic FNAF 1 teaser pose right here, where he's standing behind those two endoskeletons. This brings me back. This brings back a lot of nostalgia right here, and I'm really glad that Dany Fox added that to the add-on. Hello, you. This is an endoskeleton, which is another mob we'll be checking out. So this is just Freddy without his Freddy. So this is Freddy without Freddy, if that makes sense. It's just an endoskeleton here. And of course, we're back at square one, where we have idle Freddy. So yeah, Freddy here, already an amazing start to the add-on. Up next, we have Bonnie, Scott Cawthon's most terrifying animatronic here. And oh goodness, those moaning sounds. I do not like that. So here we have Bonnie in all of his glory. Why are you going to the bathroom, Bonnie? Unless you really need to go. So yeah, Bonnie here is looking absolutely amazing. Bonnie here has 180 health. His size is 2.8 blocks tall, not counting his ears. So just right there is where you would leave his height. His speed is 0.08, which is about normal to slow speed for this add-on. So he's a bit faster than Freddy, and his damage is 37. So he's faster than Freddy, but he does less damage. So this guy's going to catch up to you very quickly if you are not careful enough right here. Let's go ahead and check out your death animation right there. You can see he glitches out, and then he's going to just collapse right there. You can actually see his faceplate almost flip up for a second there. So yeah, Bonnie here, oh goodness, that's honestly a really cool pose. And you can actually see, I didn't even realize this, I picked up his guitar, which is another prop that you can use in this add-on. So once you kill the animatronics, you get a prop. So with Freddy, you have his top hat. With Bonnie, you have his guitar, and you can actually play the guitar, which I think is amazing, playing all the tunes that you would in Help Wanted when you play his guitar. So I think that's an awesome attention to detail right here. Dany Fox has put so much into this add-on. Let's go ahead and check out Bonnie's test animations here. Here we just have his default pose with the guitar down there. This is like his test. This is the test animation of the test animations, if that makes sense. Here we have Bonnie walking towards the office, or just roaming the establishment. We have the, oh goodness, the very hectic Bonnie jump scare where he just flails his head around like that. Here we have the secondary Bonnie jump scare where he just becomes a little small Bonnie like that. I think that's amazing, actually. It's really funny to look at. We have Bonnie powering up, which looks absolutely amazing. Of course, you're going to see that if you spawn in Bonnie. We have Bonnie powering down like that, or if you kill him. Oh goodness, wow. Okay, we have his black pupils. Goodness, that was terrifying. That's one of the rare screens you see in FNAF 1, actually, which I managed to get. Comment down below, actually, have you got any of the rare FNAF 1 screens? Because those are pretty uncommon to find, so I'll be curious if any of you have found those. Here we have Bonnie just holding his guitar up on the stage, just being idle like that. Here we have Bonnie's guitar slam like that. That's actually one of his special attacks, which we will get to later on, because they're actually able to wear the animatronic costumes and get their powers, which is really cool. So we'll go ahead and check that out later. Here we we have Bonnie flipping open his face plates where you can see his secondary throat pipe, and you're able to recalibrate his guitar like that. So that's a really cool attention to detail there. And of course we have his glitching out death animation right there, looking absolutely amazing. And then we have a show stage, because who doesn't like show stage performances in Minecraft? So this is a really awesome pose. Probably my favorite if I were to go and to make my own pizzeria in Minecraft right here. And we get the endoskeleton of Bonnie with his guitar. I just think it's hilarious seeing the inside endoskeleton in the animatronics, because they're so big and bulky. But then you see the endoskeletons and they're like twigs, which we'll get to the endoskeleton later because it is very important to the add-on. But yeah, this is Bonnie here looking absolutely amazing. And the final one of the core 3 on the show stage is going to be Chica the chicken. And once again, with those moaning sounds, it's absolutely terrifying. These guys look absolutely amazing. And just like Chica in her natural habitat, we have found ourselves in the kitchen here. Chica has 160 health, which is a lot less than the other two. Her size is 2.75 blocks, so she's a bit smaller than Freddy and Bonnie. She has a speed of 0.75, which is a bit faster than Bonnie, but her damage is only 35, so it's a lot less, but she's a lot faster than Bonnie and Freddy here. And honestly, yeah, you just look so cool. It's awesome to see the evolution of Dany Fox's add-ons, because I mean, I've seen his previous add-ons, and just to see how he's progressing on and on, because this is a remastered add-on of his original FNAF 1 add-on, and Chica is just looking absolutely amazing. You need to stop with those noises, they're absolutely terrifying. So let's go ahead and check out her death animation here. You can see she glitches out and then she collapses like that. And we actually get Carl the cupcake. It's invisible. I don't know why is the cupcake invisible. Help. I'm not sure why the cupcake is invisible in our hand, but you can see it down there in the corner. And we can eat Carl. Oh god, I don't know if that was a good idea. I didn't know what would happen if we were to do that actually. Maybe that's not a good idea to eat Carl the cupcake. You can see we have extreme nausea right now. Lesson learned, don't eat Carl the cupcake. So let's check out Chica's test animations here. Of course, we have her default idle pose when she's just up on show stage at 12 AM. Here we have Chica walking towards the office or wherever she decides to wander around the location. We have the awesome Chica jump scare, which honestly just looks like she's eating a bunch of pizza. We have the Chica jump scare where she turns into a mini chicken and then jump scares the player. I'm gonna have to test out how that works in the add-on actually. Here we have Chica powering up like that when we saw her spawn in, and we have Chica powering down just like that. We have this, ooh, that was an eerie pose actually. That was cool. Can you do that again please, Chica? Maybe? Are we gonna be lucky enough for Chica to do that again? Maybe not, but that was a cool pose anyway. Ooh. What is this? I'm not sure what pose this is. This is just like her arms moved, like she's braced to attack or something. That was very loud. I forgot that was a thing when I tested out the add-ons in the past. You can see the pizza test animation from How to Make FNAF 1 Not Scary. Man, I missed that video. That was so funny when it first came out. Let's go ahead and move on. Oh, goodness. Yep, Chica just eating a slice of pizza like you do in Help Wanted. And Chica glitching out. And her death animation just like that, with Carla Cupcake still in her hand. So yeah, Chica here looking amazing. Look, her show stage performance right there where she's just greeting all the kids. If there were any kids, I'm lonely here in my Minecraft world, but we can see Chica is up on stage. And we have the endoskeleton. She's lost her feet. So yeah, that is going to be Chica here looking amazing. I still love that pizza test animation. I think that was absolutely hilarious. Next, let's move on to Pirate's Cove and summon in probably everyone's favorite from the first game. We have Foxy here. And yeah, he's looking amazing. So Foxy has 160 health, which is the same as someone else we checked out earlier. He's 2.75 blocks tall, which is about the average size of the animatronics. His speed is 0.09, which is actually the fastest out of any of the animatronics. So this guy is definitely going to catch up to you. So there is no running away from Foxy here. However, to counter that, he only has a damage of 30, which is the least amount from all of the other animatronics. However, he is the fastest animatronic, so he does 0.09 blocks a second. Let's go ahead and check out Foxy's death animation here. You can see he just glitches out like all the other animatronics, And then he collapses like that, and that's honestly terrifying. Just the white eye. You don't even see his pupil anymore, and I think that's what makes it the scariest out of the lot. So you know what's next. We've done this before. Let's go ahead and check out Foxy's test animations here. So here we just have his idle pose. Here we have him walking, which is a unique sight from Foxy, because usually we have him sprinting like this when he's sprinting towards the office if you haven't checked his camera enough. So yeah, this is really good attention to detail right there, the way he just sprints down that hallway towards the office right there. Very loud jump scare. If you're actually the only animatronic to have a jump scare sound in their test animations, which that caught me off guard a little bit, but yeah, you can see Foxy's, oh goodness, that swipe attack animation with his hook, that looks like that would deal a lot of damage. I think that's his special attack, actually. When you turn into the animatronics, they have a bunch of special attacks, and I'm pretty sure that one is going to deal mega damage to any mobs nearby. Here we have Foxy powering up, which looks amazing. Just his eye patch opens and then closes again, revealing both of his eyes as that hook just goes into position. That's probably my favorite animation for Foxy. We have Foxy's voice lines from previous games there. He's just saying, "Here I come." Yeah, we have just Foxy laughing. I don't know what you're laughing about, Foxy, but I don't want to get into it. And we have Foxy saying, "I've got you now," which I think is awesome. I mean, the core 3 animatronics don't have any voice lines. Foxy is the only one from FNAF 1 to have voice lines, not counting FNAF AR. But yeah, Foxy here, he's looking absolutely amazing. We have his death animation. That was a quick one, actually. And then we have his death animation where he just sparks and collapses again to reveal the same animation. I believe his eye patch, yeah, his eye patch is actually like loose a bit. Instead of just being there, it's hanging a bit as he falls down. Gravity is taking over. That's a really cool detail right there. Oh goodness, you haven't checked his camera enough and he's about to come charging towards the office. Again, you can barely see the pupil of his eye, and that's what makes it the scariest animatronic. And Foxy Endoskeleton, which looks ridiculous out of the ball. At least he's got feet, unlike Chica. The Chica animatronic Endoskeleton didn't have any feet, which I don't know what that's about. But yeah, Foxy here, my favorite animatronic from this add-on. And the final actual animatronic for the add-on, we're going to move around to the back room right here. We are going to find ourselves Golden Freddy, and honestly, you're probably the scariest. I mean, he's just standing there. He's not even standing, he's just sitting there, just lifeless. There's no pupils, he's just lifeless. He's not doing anything either. Now we will check out what the animatronics do in survival, because Golden Freddy in survival, if you get close to him, he does some really creepy stuff. So yeah, I think this is just what Golden Freddy does if you're in creative and he doesn't see anyone nearby. So he's just gonna sit here. So we might as well move on to his test animation. Oh, I was not expecting that actually. So if you kill Golden Freddy, you get the top hat. Okay, my bad. I wasn't expecting that. I thought Freddy dropped the top hat. I was wrong about that. Sorry, guys. But you can see he actually drops a plushie, which of course you can honk. I think that's hilarious that you can honk all the plushies like that, and it just bounces up and down. Let's go ahead and check out Golden Freddy's test animations here. Ooh, you're not a Golden Freddy. You're a Fredbear. I mean, they're the same animatronic. I'm pretty sure Golden Freddy is Fredbear in one sense or another. So you have the purple top hat and the purple bow tie here, and the pupils are just white, and that's what makes it terrifying. So yeah, here we have Golden Freddy just sitting there in the corner. Ooh, Golden Freddy twitching out. That looks awesome. I don't think that was there when I tested out any of the betas for the add-on, but you can actually see this in Ultimate Custom Night. If you beat 4920 mode, I believe it is, you get the Golden Freddy cutscene where he's just glitching out in the black darkness. That looks amazing, actually. Oh, God. That caught me off guard. Here we have Golden Freddy's giant head when you get jump scared like that. I think this is hilarious. Look at that giant nose. If only I could honk a giant nose like that. I wonder what kind of noise that would make. Oh, this looks awesome. The Golden Freddy Fredbear pose of welcoming everyone to the new and improved pizzeria. You know Fredbear and Spring Bonnie are my favorite animatronics, and this just brings that vibe. This looks amazing. I love this pose so much. Whoa, okay. This one actually might be my favorite now. It's Golden Freddy just lurched to attack the player. Wow, that looks cool actually. The pupils actually follow you. If you look at the right angle, the pupils just kind of follow you. That looks really creepy. So Golden Freddy's always watching here. Here we have Golden Freddy squatting down. He looks like he's at a pep rally, just huddling up as the team of players about to decide the next move here. And then we have Golden Freddy's idle poses right there. And of course, Golden Freddy sitting in the back room. This one is probably still my favorite though. I absolutely love the test animations for Golden Freddy. So I don't usually do this with add-ons, but I wanted to check out Golden Freddy in survival mode because he is a lot different than all the other animatronics. So if we go ahead and spawn him in, and you can see he's just sitting there, but okay, I was not expecting it to start already. You can see the screen glitches out like how Golden Freddy would if you were to meet him in FNAF 1. You can see the "It's Me" signs, all the horrible faces of the animatronics just popping up on screen. That is terrifying. And of course, if you get jump scared by Golden Freddy, you actually get jump scared by Golden Freddy. So I don't usually check out the animatronic death animations in first person, but I had to check out Golden Freddy in survival because I just think it's such an important detail for this add-on. Now, we're not quite done reviewing the animatronics. There's still one very important animatronic that possibly has the most features out of anything we've seen so far in this add-on, and that is going to be in the parts and service room. And of course, we are going to find the Endoskeletons. So let's just take a look at this Endoskeleton here. Actually, this is one of their test animations, but I thought it would be very fitting to have it here just sitting in the back room like you see in FNAF 1. So we have already seen the Endoskeleton before, but there is so much more to go over. So what makes the Endoskeleton the most special animatronic from this add-on is that you can see here he just powers down like that, but what makes him the most special from this add-on is that you can actually edit your own Endoskeleton. So if we go ahead and right click the Endoskeleton like that, you can choose between the different options to do what you want the animatronic to do. So here we have the appearance, the behavior, the movement, and the remote control. All are features for this add-on. So let's go ahead and change the appearance, and you can see you can change the Endoskeleton to either be just the regular Endoskeleton, Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, or Golden Freddy. So you can actually customize the Endoskeleton. So let's go ahead and choose Foxy, and you can see here it turns into Foxy like that. So you can actually change the Endoskeleton to be all the different animatronics, which I think is absolutely awesome like that. So we go ahead and change it to someone else here. We can change it to Freddy if we want. It's now Freddy. We want to go ahead and change it to Bonnie. We go ahead and change it to Bonnie. You get the point. This is probably the coolest addition of this add-on besides the top hat on Golden Freddy there. But yeah, you can actually change the way you want the Endoskeleton to act. So of course we have the behavior, whether you want the animatronic to be hostile or passive. We have the movement pattern, so if you want it to just move around or if you want it to stay still. And we also have the remote control feature right here, which actually lets you move the Endoskeleton. So here we have the move turn left, the turn right, and the move. So let's go ahead and make it just spin in a circle like that, and we just have a spinning Endoskeleton. So let's go ahead and make it move. Let's turn it to the right a bit, and let's make it move forward. So yeah, you can actually remote control. Oh goodness, I don't know how you're doing that. Stop. We need you to stop that animatronic. Goodness, I wasn't expecting him to move that quickly actually. So yeah. What? So the final thing to do is to check out the Endoskeletons test animations. We might as well do it on this table right here. So here we have the default idle endoskeleton pose. We have the walking endoskeleton, the jump scare for the endoskeleton. Did you see how wide his eyes got? That would look very, very shocking right there. Here we have the endoskeleton deactivating. Here we have the endoskeleton activating, and then we have the endoskeleton just being very tired, being very lazy, and just stopping right there. And we have the endoskeleton death animation right there. And now we have all the awesome action poses. So here the endoskeleton is looking at something in the corner. What are you looking at? You're looking at that Freddy poster. We have this really, really cool action pose here. This looks like what Foxy would look like when he's just about to emerge from Pirate's Cove and sprint towards the office. I really like this animation here. And like we saw earlier, we have the endoskeleton sitting down in the parts and service room. The next one should be, yeah, the endoskeleton looking up at the camera in the back room. That looks awesome. I really like the look of that. Just simple things like that. And I believe we are back to square one with the endoskeleton test animation. So believe it or not, that is actually all of the main mobs and features of this add-on. However, there is still one thing that we need to check out, which is absolutely incredible and is going to blow your mind. So if we go ahead and move on to the prize counter, of course, we're going to find all the amazing plushies that are a part of this add-on. We've already seen the Golden Freddy one, which of course you can honk. We have the Foxy one here. All of them you can honk, which I think is just amazing. We've got the Chica one, we got the Bonnie one, and we've got the Freddy Freddy one, so make your own collection. I say this all the time, but if you install all the FNAF add-ons, take out all the animatronics, imagine just having a shelf of all hundreds of animatronic plushies. I think that would be an amazing addition to just show off to all of your friends. But what you guys want to see is in this chest here, we have animatronic costumes, which lets us turn into the animatronics. So let's go ahead and start with Freddy here, because we all want to see what Freddy would look like if a player were to control him. So I'm going to be in first person to check this out because we've already seen all the animations. So if I go ahead and use this item, you can see this awesome interface starts. Name Freddy Fazbear, status active, objective kill, and you see we are literally in the eyes of Freddy right now. This is awesome. I love this so much. You saw the opening animation with all the code glitching up on screen, and now we can actually play as Freddy with all of these abilities like I was talking about earlier. So let's go ahead and use the talk. Oh, I don't know if I want to hug you, Freddy. So yeah, we have all the voice lines from Freddy from all the previous games. Here we have his special attack ability, which I'm actually going to go into third person just so we can get a good look at it. So with Freddy, his special attack, it gives you night vision, it gives you a speed boost, and it actually slows down all the players nearby, I'm pretty sure. So there's actually going to be all these descriptions on the add-on that shows you what these special abilities do. So I'll show those up on screen now while I'm checking out all of these. Oh, I think that was just a sound effect of Freddy actually. And then we have his attack animations. Let's go ahead and check that out. And it's a jump scare just like that. So we have Freddy jump scare as Freddy himself, which I think is absolutely amazing. And let's go ahead and power down, so turning off, our eyes close. And we're now back into our regular Minecraft person, just like that. Next, let's check out Bonnie's costume. So once again, we're gonna have this awesome starting up screen with the binary ones and zeros. Name Bonnie, status active, objective kill, just like that. We are now playing as Bonnie here. So let's go ahead and talk. Of course, it's going to be the moaning sounds from FNAF 1 because Bonnie doesn't actually have any voice lines, I don't believe. His special ability, which we saw earlier, is going to be him slamming on his guitar. I think that's ridiculous. That looks so funny. And of course, we have Bonnie's attack. Let's go in first person for this one. So it's just default. So yeah, it's going to be Bonnie's jump scare like what we saw in the test animation. So you don't actually see any of the animations from first person, but you get the idea of being able to play as Bonnie here. It looks absolutely amazing. With Chica, of course, we're going to get the same opening animation like that. We can actually talk with Chica once again, which I believe it's just going to be the moaning. Yep, because Chica doesn't have any voice lines either. Our special ability is interesting, and I think this is really cool. You can see it's actually a cupcake. So if we go ahead and activate it, Carl the Cupcake just kind of moves. But what's special about this is that Carl the Cupcake actually jumps off his plate and is a stun item. So if Chica is going to attack the player, she summons in Carl the Cupcake to stun the player from moving for a quick second, letting Chica rush up to the player and finishing them off, which I think is really cool. So of course it's not going to do any of it. Oh, nope, there it is. It's Carl the Cupcake on the floor. Right there, you can see through the eye. So if there was an entity like a player or a villager nearby, we'd obviously see them chasing after them. But since I'm alone here, there's no one else to test that out. And we have the test for the jump scare right there. Looking absolutely amazing and very loud, if I must say so. Finally, we got Foxy here. Now, what's cool about Foxy is that you can actually only see out of one eye because, of course, he has his eye patch covering his right eye. So we can only see out of this eye right here, which is a really nice attention to detail.
What's wrong? Am I too fast for you?
We have Foxy talking, which Foxy has a lot of voice lines, unlike Bonnie and Chica. So yeah. That's really awesome.
That ye were no ninja.
We have his attack animation. Let's go ahead and see that in third person. There we go. We've seen that in the test animations. And Foxy's special ability lets him sprint a lot faster. So you can see, I'm trying to run right now. This is me sprinting, and we're not moving too fast. But if we go ahead and use a special ability, you can see we can now sprint at such sonic speeds. I mean, look at this. The field of view is so far away that Foxy looks like he's so far away from the player. His eye patch lifts up, and now we're back to normal. So yeah, Foxy's special ability lets you just sprint at 1,000,000 miles an hour. So this is what makes Foxy this fastest animatronic. So if any of these guys are loose in your Minecraft world, I would definitely be careful about Foxy because there is no running away from him. Now we are back outside one last time for the final addition for this add-on, and that is going to be the Scott Cawthon Memorial. So if we go ahead and type in this command here, /summon DFEN Memoria de Scott, and we go ahead and summon it, you can see,
good, son, real good. Maybe even the best.
We get a Scott Cawthon memorial for when he retired earlier on this year. So we have a gravestone of Scott Cawthon with, of course, the note on the back here with his retirement speech right there, and of course we have that amazing fan art drawing that went along with it. So yeah, this was a really heartbreaking point of the FNAF community. It's really not going to be the same without Scott Cawthon, so it is really amazing that Dany Fox went ahead and added this part into the add-on, because it just means a lot for the FNAF community. Now the final thing I want to say before we go ahead and wrap up this video is that if you're confused about any of the mechanics and such of this add-on, all you need to do is go to the options menu, go to settings, and then there's a tab right here that says how to use the add-on. If you go ahead and click on it, it goes through everything. So here we have all the details for the FNAF add-on. We have the news here. This is the full release, so obviously it's going to contain everything. And here we have all the abilities for all of the animatronics. Here you can see their specs, their abilities, go into detail if you'd like to. I recommend you go download this add-on and check it all out for yourself. But something I didn't really go over is the cameras, so we're going to go over that quickly. So if you're curious on how the cameras work, go ahead and pause the video or check this out in game for yourself, so that way you know how these cameras work, because it is a little bit confusing when you do it first time round, but eventually you'll get used to it and it's super simple. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap it up for today's add-on review. I really do hope that you enjoyed, as I have been looking forward for this add-on for such a long time, and it's amazing to see that this add-on is finally out for the public. I will leave a link in the description down below to the MCPE DL website once that eventually releases. There might be a bit of delay when that comes out, so if you're watching this video the day it comes out, the link might not be available. If you're watching this a few days or weeks in advance, the MCPE DL website should hopefully be up and you'll be able to download this add-on for yourself. But anyway guys, I really do hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you leave a good like in it, and if you are new to the channel, why not consider subscribing? If you do subscribe, make sure you hit the bell, make sure you're so notified every time I upload and you never miss a video. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.